I'm the director.
And I'm the assistant director.
I am playing Barbara Pitts in the Laramie Project.
I'm playing Stephen Bilber in the Laramie Project.
I play Greg Parati, who is one of the original Tectonic Theater members.
I'm Mercedes Herreros.
I play Andy Paris.
The Laramie Project is following the story of Matthew Shepard, who was a gay University of Wyoming student who was brutally murdered and left for dead on a buck fence in the rural area of Wyoming. And it's about kind of everyone involved with the story from different aspects of it coming together, and it's a modge-podge of what they had to say and what they thought of it.
It's essentially a documentation of a hate crime that happened in Laramie, Wyoming in the 1890s. And this theater company from New York kind of went to interview not just the people that were involved, but the whole town, get their perspective on it, and, you know, kind of take a holistic view of the way that it affected this really small community.
And it shows how big of an impact this made on, like I said, the town of Laramie and America as a country and even the world. It was the first really big nationally recognized hate crime, and it really just shows the aftermath of that and people's perspectives on the incident. It shows many different sides and many different perspectives, and it really just shows you the magnitude of how some people can really hate a certain group of people. And it really also shows what it means to be in a community like the LGBTQ plus community, because being in that community is more than just what you see on the internet and online and on TV, and it's more this is what being in the LGBT community is like for a lot of people, and it really just shows, like I said, kind of the good and the bad sides to those types of communities.
So the last time you guys did this show was in 2009. What made you guys want to bring it back?
Honestly, we wanted to do it again. Actually, I didn't know we did it in 2009 previously, but we did a show pool from our company, and we were looking through it, and we actually chose the story because of Matthew Shepard's story. So I didn't know it was performed in 2009.
And what does the Laramie Project mean to you?
I just think that it's a very important story to tell, and while I may have lived this cushioned life, I haven't had to deal with anything like that, obviously, and I just want this thing out there. I want it out there, and I want people to know that these things do happen, and it's important to talk about it.
The Laramie Project serves to remind people to reflect on their own community values, and it serves as a testament for the progress that has been made and the progress that needs to be made on anti-discrimination laws across the nation, across the world.
I feel like I come from a small town, probably smaller than Laramie, and I know there are a lot of homophobic people, and so I feel like if people see this play, they'll be able to really understand that no one is better than the other. They'll be able to see maybe even their own actions, and maybe they're not as great as or horrendous as what happened to Matthew, but even something simple as mean words to others, they can maybe see that what they're doing is violence itself.
Yeah.
So to me, it means a lot, because I come from a town that is just like that, very homophobic, very uninclusive. So I feel personally that it's something that a lot of people need to watch.
It has reminded me really strongly of why we do the things that we do to try and make sure that people are safe.
The purpose of the Laramie Project is definitely to tell his story, because this is something that happens way too often, and this was the first big media frenzy around something like this, about saying that, hey, we're here and this happens to us. So it's kind of just telling the story of what it means to be gay in America.
Because we think it is very important to tell, and especially since nothing has really changed since then in terms of laws. They were shot down year after year, and I think these stories are important to tell because that's a it's a reality that these kind of things do happen. So
I think people should come see the Laramie Project because it shows, like I said, many different sides. And obviously, as a society, everybody has different views. And it's like, I want people to come see it because I want people to see everybody's different views on what happened and what does continue to happen. I want people to see how everybody reacts with no bias. And I want people to come see other sides because the only way we'll ever be able to fix anything or come to a solution is listening to other people. And so I think that's really important.
This is the show we want to do. It's the story that we want to tell that needs to be told. Matthew is one person, a part of this story, but Matthew stands for so much more than Matthew. Matthew is every person who has experienced hate or discrimination, who has died due to this. Matthew is a symbol. Matthew is a person in himself, but also a symbol of what we can do to prevent things in the future.
All right, thank you guys.